I'll start it all from the beginning. I was brought up in Manchester in a council area, Prestwich. From the age of 6, I'm 59, kids used to gamble with marbles. That's how I started gambling, basically. You used to get football cards with players on. Yeah, and you used to play nearest to the wall to win the other kid's card. Then I went, from the age of 10, I was playing cards at school and nearest to the wall for money. So you'd throw 20p or 50p against the wall. The person who got the closest to the wall won the money. It just gave me a massive buzz. Then from about the age of 12, I went on holiday to a caravan site near Bournemouth in Poole. I had £8 spending money for the holiday. And the first day I arrived, I shot off on my own. And I went to the arcade, the amusement arcade on the camp, and lost the £8 on the fruit machines. I was addicted then to them. Any chance I'd steal and all sorts, whatever I could to play with me with me. I was addicted to fruit machines till about the age of 16. I had a couple of part-time jobs, paper lad. Every penny I would get, I would go in pubs to play on the machines. From the age of 16, I started working, went in a betting shop in Prestwich, straight after school on a Friday after I'd been paid. My first bet, I'll always remember, won. And then I was addicted to that. From the age of 18, I progressed to casinos. There used to be a casino in Cheetham Hill called Sergeant York, and I was in there at every opportunity. But by this time, I was feeding heavily off employers and everything to feed the habit. It's never ever left me, pal. And let me tell you this now. I ended up as a financial advisor for 15 years, and I made a lot of money. Sometimes I was making £10,000 a month commission. And by this time, I was married with 3 kids. 8,000 of the 10,000 was going on gambling. It was Euros 96. It was that tournament. I got heavily involved in that tournament. And in the space of 4 weeks, I took out 4 personal loans for £16,000. £4,000 each one with banks. I had to have good credit because I was a financial advisor. I had to keep my credit good. And I'd done the 16 grand on the football. I had a house, a nice house in Birmingham at the time, and I was going to remortgage the house to get more money. Unfortunately for me, my best mate, I told him, rang my wife, who had no idea of my problem. She had no idea whatsoever. I hid it from her, obviously. He rang my wife behind my back. He'd done me the biggest favour ever, and he told her the story. The situation, said, you better get a grip of Darren now, or he's going to lose your house. My wife was distraught. She couldn't believe it. She could not believe it. I had loads of debt at that time. I had 3 credit cards, huge amounts on the credit cards. I was paying fortunes out in loans and interest. About 3 grand a month at one point. So my wife gave me an ultimatum. You either got a Gamblers Anonymous or you leave the house. So I had no choice. So I went to a Gamblers Anonymous in a place called Sutton Coldfield in Birmingham. I thought I'll pick there because I'm a businessman. It'll be right for me because it's a posh area, Sutton Coldfield. I hated it there, but I went because they ripped me to pieces, you with me. I stopped for 10 months. But I convinced my wife that I didn't need to go to Gamblers Anonymous anymore. I hated going there. I just didn't like the people. So I stopped gambling altogether for 10 months and I cleared a lot of rubbish up. And then I started again. I can't remember how I started, but I started again. In 2002, I got divorced and I was got to Thailand a lot. And I was gambling in Thailand, which is illegal. I was stopping at a 5-star hotel and I was using the computer in the office that was for guests, pretending that I was working. Couldn't tell I was gambling because I would have got arrested. And I was online then, it was called Betfair. And I used to spend about 6 hours online and I was gambling hundreds of thousands on there. Not hundreds of thousands, hundreds of thousands. Some days I'd have some cracking days, you with me? But a lot of bad ones. Then I moved back to Manchester and I got out of financial services. I'd had enough. It had cabbaged my head. 8 years ago, you know them fobs, the roulette? Well, most of my mates that were gamblers were hooked on them. They were the crack cocaine or heroin of the gambling industry. They ruined that many people, they did. That many people, it's untrue. I'm talking serious money they took off people. I got hooked on them. Everything was going into them. And then I started again with the loans and all that, you with me? And then 8 years ago, it got to the point I'd lost a fortune. And I was sat outside a pub in Prestwich called The Friendship, and I thought, I've got to go back to GA, Gamblers Anonymous in Rochdale, and started going back there. And that's when I started on Facebook, Gamblers UK Anonymous. That's when I started my Facebook group. I thought, I've got to do something here to help other people, and I need something else for myself to chat with you with me. In them days, that site was busy. So I stopped again, and I stopped for about 18 months. Totally stopped. I felt great again, sorted myself. Then I started again, but not as much, and I stayed off them machines. I barred myself online through GamStop, which is brilliant. I don't touch online betting whatsoever, so I can't chase anymore. And now, I'll be honest with you, I still have a small bet, but I've got it massively under control, you with me? I drive up to the betting shop in Prestwich, put my bet on and come home. I can't chase. If the bet loses, that's it. I can't put any more on. Otherwise it means driving back up to Prestwich, which I won't bother doing. Manage it now, pal. I manage it. That's my story, kid. But I've been through hell with it. And I'm not exaggerating, John. I've probably lost about $1.25 million in my lifetime, easily. They call it the hidden addiction. It's a massive, massive problem. You cannot tell looking at a bloke in a pub because there's no signs physically.